NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full... The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd... Is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Washington football team.
Let's go, boys! Let's go!
they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Here's Heineke. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Mike 54. Don't get nervous.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius.
Prime time, baby.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
Come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Heineke now. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
First down, Heineke. Steps away to his left.
Let's go. Pick it up,
That's complete to his tight end, Seals-Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
To throw is Heineke. Finding some room at midfield. And some room to roll now. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Heineke. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This defense looks like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
We got to step it up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Heineke, that's out to the flat for Gibson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Heineke. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And they're indeed going. Here's Heineke. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close, they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Mike Wall. Let's go, let's get this ball back.
On 3rd down, Heineke. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1-0 our
Let's
score
go. Let's do this.
after one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch one. We have 60.
Throwing. Heineke. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Now Heineke.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. It's a first down and more for Gibson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Mike 54. I'm coming. Swing.
Heineke to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there.
60 Bison. Watch the pass. On the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Heineke forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
19 tight.
Heineke from the gun on 3rd down.
Watch 54.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
4th down, Heineke.
When's the mic? Watch one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Flushed out right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Anything moves, we hit it.
Down, 33, yellow.
Check 52's the mic.
Striker, check striker.
Plants a handoff here to Mostert. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Both together. Mike 52. Go.
And they'll go for it. Lance. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. A 12-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Now play fake. Lance. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
We play to win.
These teams no doubt making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the halftime, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Let's go now. Blue 32. Striker 3-3.
Come on, QB, come on.
Play action, now it's Lance. The same target, same result, it's Kittle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Drill 52.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, here's Mostert again. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Mike 52. It's been a long day for you.
Switch. Yellow.
Mike 52.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers.
Perfect.
Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game. Teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Fitzpatrick's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Here's McKissick. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to have to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Out to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Slide for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! Hatchet!
First down, Murray. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run. They're running it. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Turn it out.
Omaha.
There's Murray. Dancing to his left. His throw incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
That's one.
Let's get it together.
Murray going to throw. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now, when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10.
Here we go. 52 blue.
Oh, you got deep. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Show it 8.
10 cycle.
Kill.
Blue check. Opposite. Green. Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Ready.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Check 25.
And they go jet sweep with a former running back Hurd. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
All that Q stuff. That ain't.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Bang.
43 rail.
Now Mostert. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Tight end right.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Hey, full fury.
Check safety.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Now the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Escaping the pressure right.
I can't believe they even let you play.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. 23 yards the pickup there.
Swim. 54, right there. 54.
Murray giving to Connor on the draw. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A former first-round pick, Eric Armstead, the one who got in there to make that play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Shotgun now from Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time I'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line.
Let's
so
go.
the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
Green 18.
54. Mike 54.
Hey, take 26.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
On play action, Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
They show run with three tight ends here on first down.
Mike 51. Mike.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7.
Smash. Slice. 97. Check white.
Now a give to Mostert running right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
52 blast.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Set. 60 red. 60 red. Check pink.
And go full strength. Kill that.
Go.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
I'm going to run you over. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Back north.
Click the edge. Click the edge.
Hey, check 26.
Now it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Four down. Four down. Out, out.
Hey, flex. Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers
Good work,
first
boys. Let's
down
go.
as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
2nd and 2.
Mike 54.
Check 30.
Keep it up, guys. Slam. He's coming. We got double up.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end.
Keep going. Keep running, man.
Touchdown, Packers.
Hey, you smell that
Robert
chicken's draw.
Tunyon, 54 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him, because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 8.
95.
Double
Check smash.
That's the way. He's coming.
They hand it off to Mostert, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Come on, set. Yellow, 43.
51. Watch the run. Watch the run.
6. Mega.
Baby, that's baby soccer.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
You ready? 50 green. Black shot.
I got you, boy. Hey, Mike 51.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A carry there from Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on first down. Officially a gain of 5.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Slice move.
Don't get nervous.
To throw, it's Lance.
Don't get nervous.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Oh, here we go.
Now play fake. Lance. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 50.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, go steal.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Space to run past the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Man left, man left. We got 3 down.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Here we go, set.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Set.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's calm down.
Ultra. Go ultra. Go.
This is Mostert.
Check 43.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a
Come on,
40-yard
man.
touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can make it downfield.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8,
That's
2nd and 2. throw again on second down. Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown! Devontae Adams. 51 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Big stop, D.
30.
Let's go. Hey,
Rodgers will throw for it.
Line 54.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Throws right side.
Let's make these babies cry all the way
And he's
back
got
home.
it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out.
I know you guys. Let's go.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the one. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He's got a first down past the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 81 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Rodgers now on first down. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Now Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Working with a second and 4.
Here we go. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
50.
Tight end's right. We got 4. We got 4.
We are going.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing is Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Blue 58. Inside.
Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Oh.
Rodgers again now.
Let's go.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Watch one. Watch one.
Get that quarterback, Debo.
Working from the gun. Rodgers.
All right, get that quarterback.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Woo, baby. Good job,
Devontae Adams
it.
in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for two.
Here I come.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Come on!
Let's get the ball.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack and a big sack at that. This remains a one-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Come on now. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
No.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Check 26. Check 26.
Fighting his way through contact.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Ready, 50 green.
51. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
51's the mic, boys. 51.
Throwing his lance on 3rd down. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Slam. Watch out.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Sheds off the tackle, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Ultra. Ready, go.
Mostert. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
Down. 33. Yellow.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 51's Mike.
Green Jack.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Got it. Let's go. 45. White.
They're not ready for this, man.
Smash.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
318. 54 Mike. You don't want this. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Check. Watch 54. Watch 50.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Let's get in there.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Who that? Hey, watch Sam. Check.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Back north.
From the 41, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Hey, this.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This is caught with a catch right side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, take 26. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Ready. Yellow. 22. Switch. Yellow.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Guys, it's game.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Second down. Here's Mostert again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Get ready. Get ready.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal.